In this video, we're going to talk about materials in VRAY for Cinema 4D. We started in the previous video talking about the basic parameters, which are the most important, but in this video, we're going to see more features, additional parameters that you can use, and especially we will use textures instead of colors. So we'll see here how to apply not only layers of materials and channels that only concerns colors or simple values, but we're gonna start to create something more elaborate and more realistic that is going to increase the quality of your render. So we saw how to use reflections, how to use refractions, and also how to use the sheen effect or the coat layer. And we started with this scene here where we imported models from the Cinema 4D asset editor and the Cosmos browser. So we're going to continue, and in this video we're going to try to import also from exterior sources. Now let's go first of all into the web, and you can see here we experimented also with additional parameters like fog and translucency. We talked about subsurface scattering. So we saw how basically the most important thing is how the material reacts to light. And this is what is gonna cause the majority of effects. So we saw that if the light bounces back, we're gonna have reflection. If it goes through, you're gonna have refraction. If it goes through the surface and scatter under the surface, you will have translucency and subsurface scattering. Now I'm searching for texture because when you want to create more realistic materials, again, you don't only use values and simple parameters like colors, but you also use the textures. So we're going to talk about textures, and also, again, we want to see how the light behaves in reality. So this is what it's causing the specular effect, which is the reflection and or the glossiness basically. And when the light hits a surface and gets back to the viewer, so to your eye in a concentrated beam, that's gonna create the specular or reflective effect like in plastic or metals, but also in mirrors. Now when you have a diffuse light on the surface, this is why the layer is called diffuse, because you have the light that is scattered on the surface. So it's not going back to you in a concentrated beam, but it's gonna go in different directions, and you're gonna perceive that like less glossy and more blurred reflections. And this is also to explain to you later the difference between glossiness and roughness. We already saw that, but we will see that the same logic will apply to textures. So it's better to know what we're doing when we need to search for specific textures and create specific effects on materials. So we can type here light refraction, and again, it's just a matter of light. So in this case, the light doesn't bounce back completely, but some of the light will go through, and this is basically the glass effect. So where we use both refraction and reflection. So the light here can go all the way through, and part of that light will be inside, and this is gonna generate the fog and the translucency. And also the light is distorted into a glass, so this is what causes the refraction, or the IOR, which is the index of refraction. So this is the, let's say, theory behind what we saw previously and what we will see also in textures. Just think about textures as something more complex than the usual simple value that you use or simple color. Again, subsurface scattering is when the light go through the surface, But then part of that light go all the way through and part remains inside and is scattered inside. Just like in roughness, it's scattered outside, in subsurface is scattered inside. So another term we saw and it's a pretty popular is PBR, which means physically based render materials. Now, physically based render materials are based on a physical behavior of the material reacting to the light again. So it's just a matter of physics. And well, it's not so complex as it seems. Basically, the PBR material uses a set of textures. Now, in general, in reality, you have dielectric and metallic materials. So dielectric is anything that is not a metal. A metal material is something that it's used for as a conductor of electricity and also warm and cold. So it's a good conductor, while dielectric usually are not good conductors, but all the way around. Now, woods and plastics and all that stuff, which is not a metal, will be a dielectric. Now, let's go and see here roughness and glossiness. So just remember that roughness is the opposite of glossiness. So in PBR, we use usually roughness, and in standard materials, you usually will find glossiness, like VRAY materials. But we saw that we can switch this particular layer and turn roughness into glossiness or all the way around. But usually when you search for PBR textures for PBR material, you will not find glossiness, you will find roughness. But don't worry about that because you just need to invert the effect. That's all you need to do. So you can also create your own textures if you know how to use Photoshop, for example. But in this video, we're gonna see where we can get some nice PBR textures. And again, this is just to explain to you that everything, it's a matter of how the material will react to the light. So if it scatters the light on the surface, that's going to be a diffuse or roughness effect. If it bounces back directly in a concentrated beam, it's going to be glossy or specular or mirror-like and things like that. So you can search for PBR material on the web. You will find many websites that will give you the possibility to download packages to create your own well, not your own, but the materials. But when you understand the logic and how to do it, you can also create your own. So first of all, let's search here. So what is a texture? Texture is a simple image. Texture is basically pixels. So it's not a uniform color or a gradient or something that we saw so far, but it's something more complex because it has a lot of pixels with different colors, and these pixels all together will give you that photorealistic look. So usually when you need a texture, you will also type the name of the layer of the texture that you're looking for. Now the diffuse textures is the top layer, so it's the most superficial effect of your material, and it's the one that is going to contain all the color. So it's going to be usually a colored image with it's not going to be black and white like the others. You will see that the others will be mostly black and white, and